Well, you may have some, you may think you have some, maybe your grandmother or your mother gave you some, and it's called antique furniture. But you know, is it really antique? Is it worth something or not? How do you tell the quality stuff from the not quality stuff? Well, we're going to find out how right now. That's right, and it can be difficult. Sometimes things look old that are new, but made to look that way. Sometimes old is cheap and not worth much, and sometimes you hit the jackpot.
One of the first things that you do is you look at whether or not the piece is solid. So is the wood one complete piece, or does it have that thin layer of veneer on top? A thin layer of veneer, of course, that means that it's not as good a quality wood underneath. So you're looking for something that's really solid. So you can pound on it and make sure that it's really solid. Another thing that you can look at are the drawers. The drawers always tell quite a history. So you can almost date a piece of furniture from the drawer. So if you look at the side of the drawer where the dovetailing is, and that will tell you how old it is. So you can see some very thin joints. Those date back to about, could even go back further, but the 1700s, 1800s, because all of that was done by hand.
If you think you have a rare piece, it might be best to have a professional appraisal done. Just make sure you get a pro.
I think if you look for somebody that holds a license, certified appraiser license, then I think you're good. They should know what they're doing and what they're looking at. And a lot of them, they have a broad view of everything. Like they'll do everything from jewelry to art to furniture to glass. So I think if you look for somebody like that, they know their stuff. They prove they know their stuff, and they'll give you a written appraisal. And
so if you get a piece from great grandma, and people are kind of saying, well, telling you one thing or another, and you're really interested in it because it really looks old and unique, this would be the way to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're unsure of something, never give it away, never throw it away. If you think it might have some value, you might have to pay somebody to look at it, but you'd be pleased rather than being sorry in the end.
Another thing that you can look at is the hardware. So the pulls on a drawer. So the drop pulls will date it a little bit earlier than the standard smiley shape pulls, for lack of a better word, because I can't think of it right now. You can also look at the screws. So lots of people who are dealing with antique furniture and trying to restore antique furniture hate the fact that they're all those straight, flat screws, right? Because they're very hard to work with. But that's another way how you date the furniture.
Well, antique furniture is one thing, but I'm beginning to realize at my age, I'm a bit of an antique myself. Brad Walker for Shaw TV.